Hi and a very good day to everyone. We are students from SCCA1033 Group A. Now, we are going to present about our group assignment, which named Internal Organizational Communication during Covid-19 Pandemic Crisis. And these are the names of our group members. This is our group poster design. And here we go for our group presentation. The current Covid-19 pandemic has caused various sectors to close. This causes workers need to work from home. While working during the pandemic has been challenging and sometimes difficult to navigate, it has also highlighted the need for many ongoing improvements to make workplaces run more efficiently. Internal communication in many ways is the lifeblood of an organization. It keeps employees informed and engaged so they can focus on achieving corporate goals. It ensures information flows in every direction and helps to build a cohesive team and a positive work environment. Many organizations have enrolled internal news teams and quickly refactored their channels to ensure that, when apart, they can be together, from internal content to collaboration. The effectiveness of internal communication is very important among employees because they are one of the most important aspects of an organization or company. Communication between employees must be taken into account to make sure that every information and instructions conveyed and want to be conveyed by the respective head of the unit is understood and effective without interruption. The importance of having a crisis communication plan is to avoid the customers feeling left out with how the organization reacts towards the crisis happening. This an alarming progress as customers' money is usually involved in progress or a stake in the company. Company plans are more beneficial for maintaining the relationship with the clients or stakeholders. They are informed of what has happened to the organization they belong to and update their working status. They also can resolve each problem that happened. Even though clients and company relationships are stable, we need to look back into the root. The members of the organization specifically on how they adapt these new norms of works. Internal communication changed gradually after the pandemic outbreak. Internal communication did go through a lot of deviations and shows they have been affected by the new transformation of work and need to change their daily tasks. Plus, companies are tapping into technology. Apps such as Microsoft Teams and Yammer especially have been used a lot to share messages between employees and communicate with any enterprise. With the COVID-19 pandemic global issue, employees were required to share ideas despite different time zones. WhatsApp application mostly did all the job in handling these situations. Pandemic make companies take a new route and staples their life with the new norms. Communication help eases the tension in between, also upgrades their understanding more about the situation. Functional organization structure is an organizational structure that had been used in organization to organize the workers. Workers in functional organization structure are the workers who do the same works and are paired together according to their specialization. A functional organization structure can help government to shape the flow of information during COVID-19 pandemic. All the unit in Ministry Health of Malaysia involving Information Management Unit, Nursing Unit and Corporate Communication Unit, which is the organization that we worked with, will gathered and worked together to shape the information of COVID-19 in the organization and to people. Workers in nursing unit like nurses and doctors will collect the amount of COVID-19 cases from each hospital one by one. When Information Management Unit had received all of the COVID-19 data cases from nursing unit, the workers in this unit will start to manage the data by arranging the COVID-19 to each state cases and the total cases for that day. Workers in the Corporate Communication Unit will gather all the information about COVID-19 cases that they received from the Information Management Unit and will send it to the media so that the media can spread the information regarding COVID-19 cases to the people. After that, there are also many advantages found in a functional organizational structure. These advantages have formed the information flow in an organization during COVID-19 pandemic crisis. The first benefit of functional organizational structure is which it has well-defined command structure. Functional systems provide a straightforward career path for team members to pursue. The bosses are often professionals within their specific unit, and the workers are more capable to understand what is demanded of them and from whom, as there are fewer levels of management. This is because it has a clear line of command and involves only a few amount of team members to run their own roles, including a manager and a few employees leading by supervisors. Thus, managers and employees could easily transmit messages through a channel during COVID-19 pandemic crisis. Besides that, autonomy is also implemented in the functional organizational structure. All the project priorities are decided individually, rather than by an outside project proprietor. Within a functional setting, the decisions will be made more quickly and efficiently since the members are from the same department and they view issues from the same viewpoints. They can make a decision without too many opinions from multi-parties, and it is undoubtedly that the organization could minify the unnecessary trouble by reducing contact between multi-party communication during COVID-19 pandemic crisis. Culture provides its members with an implicit knowledge about how to behave in different situations and how to interpret others' behavior in such situations. Therefore, there are several ways to improve organizational culture during a crisis COVID-19. The first ways is the importance of thinking ahead. This is because the current pandemic cycle, companies could take this opportunity to embrace a forward-thinking approach to how they will maintain their organizational culture ongoing. Here are some of the controls that changes to our working practices are having on organizational culture and how they can be tackled. The second ways is get the team together. This is because work environment at home and work environment in office are different. At the same time, the inability to communicate with team members on an ad hoc basis can leave employees feeling siloed in their work, even if they are working on the same project or towards shared goals. The third ways is reiterate company values. Remote working has been the norm for a while, and we're likely to experience a staggered approach to returning to the office over the coming weeks or months. For examples, company values openness and flexibility. It's important to leverage available channels of communication such as company intranet, emails and virtual meetings to update remote employees on business impacts. Next, the ways is understand what it means to be flexible for everyone in organizational. While many professionals today are juggling work with homeschooling arrangements and changes to childcare hours, in the longer term, some workers might be left feeling enlightened by the benefits that ditching the daily commute could bring to their work-life balance. To prepare for this potential cultural shift on a large scale, companies should develop clear policies as well as invest in technology and training at all levels of the corporate hierarchy to ensure productivity and effective working practices are maintained. The last way is be a positive, empathetic and responsive leader. For example, demonstrating a range of soft skills which are vital to creating a positive, inclusive and productive working environment. Specifically, leaders should show empathy towards individual circumstances and issues, be vigilant and responsive in helping staff solve problems and challenges, and maintain a positive mindset. Leadership is described as the ability to influence, alter, and exert control over the actions of others in a community. Leadership is an important management function that helps companies increase efficiency and achieve their goals. The first role of a leader in an organization is motivating and directing his employees. It is important to identify employees' roles in the workplace and provide them with the resources they need. A capable leader can clarify the mission to the team and be available to assist them if they encounter any problems. The second roles are helping employees satisfy their needs. A leader establishes a personal relationship with his subordinates and tries to fulfill their needs. Employees will obey a leader if he provides them with protection and financial opportunities, as well as the right to work and an attempt to understand their feelings. The third role are introducing required changes. This is because the employees are already under the leader's control, so that a leader can simply persuade them to accept these changes. The fourth roles are solving employees' issues effectively. A leader can effectively settle any type of dispute between his employees due to the weight of his authority. A leader also gives his workers the freedom to express themselves. The fifth role are Training and development of his employee. A leader can assist with his employee training and development with education. A good leader should be responsible to educate all of his employees well on current working procedures. The sixth role are setting a clear goal. A good leader may persuade his workers to carry out their duties in an organization by demonstrating the vision and the importance of their involvement in the end result. The last role are increase the morale in an organization. A good leader will express gratitude to his or her personnel for their efforts in their works. There are few challenges that might occur during the crisis in the communication organization face when it comes in sharing information. One of it is too much information received from other people. The other challenge is, there are some unpredictable situation occur during the crisis. The first challenge is too much information received from other people during the crisis. Too much information received will cause the information cannot be conveyed to the senior management. This is not just the amount of information that will become problematic, but also the quality of information that is important. This is because not every information that received can be used, and sometimes it will cause confusion while making decision. The next challenge is some unpredictable situation may occur during the crisis. It is very difficult to write thoughtful messages in high-pressure environment. This is because we cannot predict what will happen in the next after the situation is made. There are also some changes that might happen during the decision-making process and it might cause a big impact to the next possible decision. In conclusion, the current COVID-19 issues had affected the communication in organization in terms of many ways. Thus, it is very important that communication in organization to be handled properly by each and every single person in the organization in order to avoid misunderstanding occur. That is all from our group. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.